Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2025, and today's topic will be sketching with purple. But before we begin, welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new to the channel. I sketch and post every day, and I use timers to stay focused and build a sketching habit. So I'll start a 10-minute timer. Today will be a continuation of the videos I've been posting this week. I'll post a link to yesterday's video where I worked on sketching with green. So it was this part. But yeah, basically all the videos this week has been a deep dive into using color to sketch with. I focus on a specific color, and in the other videos I started from scratch, like from a sketch, but in this one I wanted to go ahead and have the sketch ready. So that's what this is, because what happens is that it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get the sketch, like a good sketch, because the detailing stage, was just kind of what this is going to be, is a lot better. I mean, it's a lot more enjoyable if the sketch is looking good. So I wanted to go ahead and do this, and so that I can talk about the detailing stage, because in the other ones I didn't really get to show that too much. But for today I'm gonna detail this, but I thought it would be good to talk about this because in the other ones I basically got to somewhere around like this stage. When you get here, there's just kind of like different directions you can go in, and even in like these other ones, like in this one, it kind of had like a different look. I sort of used a different technique. So what I'm going to do is, so I sketched this out, and then I like to do 80% of the sketch just from imagination, and then I can look up stuff like a dark forest or whatever, and I kind of sketched it pretty loose so that I can kind of see some branches. So basically it's just the same kind of stuff, like the color pens and also like the paint marker. So this paint marker has this look right here. Just depending on like the look and the feel, you can decide how much of this you actually want to use. So I'm not going to use too much of it right now, so it's good to be sort of gradual about it. And you can go a little bit darker by going over it with like a color pen. So this is really about, you can look up reference. I mean, I like to look up like old forest with gnarly branches. At the same time, just kind of get like the feel of something like that, like the feel of like a forest, kind of like that. But I always find doing these gnarly branches to be kind of fun because they're organic, and you kind of come up with whatever and sort of figure out why they look the way they look. So you can see that when I go over it with so this is like the darkest purple that I have, and then when you go over it, you'll get like the darkest area. And I do like to keep things going at the same level. I don't want one area to be so much more detailed than or finished than like other areas. I want them to be kind of progressing at the same level. Otherwise, it's harder to finish the piece for me anyway. So just to experiment with some colors, so I have like, this is sort of the lightest color pen. So at this point, it's about taking time. Like, don't rush this part because it's detail. So the drawing is already here. You're just kind of carving it out, and a lot of it has to do with the effect that you're going for, and just be patient with it. So maybe this video won't be too long. This is basically what it is. It's just drawing tree branches. But you can see that if you use kind of a light color pen, and again, this is an experiment with this technique and materials. So it's good to be gradual about it. I think that's like the main thing, because if you start to get too bogged down in the details, then just kind of step away from it. So for example, after I did this yesterday, I just kind of, one, made it a point to not work on it because I wanted to make a video, but also just, yeah, like, it's good to kind of detach from it. If you can, sometimes you have to work on it. Like, you just feel compelled to work on it. But you can kind of tell when you're forcing. Like right now I'm okay. But yeah, like when you get to that point where it feels like you're trying to finish it, then it's good to not do that, because a lot of times you'll overwork it. At least in my experience. I mean, it just makes it not as enjoyable. So I like to be patient with these branches, because they grow naturally and they take time to grow. The other thing is, this is like the purple marker, and on this one you can kind of get an effect with this. Use it for like special effects, I guess. Because you can use it to blend. Again, just kind of be gradual about it. But yeah, you can use it to blend the colors. But this detailing part is where I like to just kind of focus and take my time, and this is when you can listen to music. I find that a lot of times when I'm doing the sketching part and like a lot of thinking, I can't really listen to music. I've done it and I just get frustrated because then the drawing doesn't come out correctly, which is like that's the main thing. So yeah, if you use the light color, you can't go like too wrong with it, because you can always adjust it with the darker color. And you just kind of squint to get the values, sort of see what the impression is. But like I was saying, I like to, let me zoom back out again. I like to keep it at the same like pace with the rest of the picture. I mean, that's pretty much it for this. What I want to do is start to integrate like all the different elements. Like down here, I want to make it look like a wood carving and like wood frame. So there's that. And then at some point maybe start to blend the colors. But I kind of like that it's predominantly like the one color. That's kind of a interesting look. But for tomorrow, I will do, I will for sure do the book, so that'll be like yellow, and see how far I get on that. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today. I know this is a quick one. It's basically what I did with the other ones, if you want to check those out. Yeah, before I sign off, I want to thank you for joining me for today's sketching routine. And if you like these videos, hopefully you come back and support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on sketching.